Como dice el famoso dicho, no se trata de qué tan fuerte puedes golpear, se trata de qué tan fuerte puedes recibir un golpe y seguir avanzando. Andy Ruiz es un peleador que tiene la fortuna de estar bendecido con un enorme poder en sus manos y un espíritu indomable cuando las cosas se ponen difíciles. Cuando se enfrentó al veterano peso pesado Chris Arreola, se vio obligado a sacar lo más profundo de sí mismo solo para sobrevivir. Pero solo porque te atrapen, no significa que automáticamente vas a perder. Y en esta pelea, si Arreola se mostraba demasiado confiado en su capacidad de lastimar a Ruiz por segunda vez, se estaba poniendo en una posición para ser humillado. Recuerda, si quieres apoyar el canal, asegúrate de usar tu función de hype. Andy Ruiz Jr. será para siempre adorado en su hogar, México, después de convertirse en el primer campeón mundial peso pesado que el país ha producido. Pero con ese título vienen mayores expectativas. Y Ruiz tendría un objetivo en la espalda por el resto de su carrera. Y para superar su pelea con Arreola, tendría que profundizar mucho más de lo que quizás esperaba. Su velocidad y poder serían herramientas cruciales, pero para ganar este combate necesitaría algo más. Para esta pelea, su temple de campeón sería puesto a prueba de una manera que la mayoría de la gente nunca vio venir. Andy Ruiz aportó excelentes combinaciones, velocidad, poder y ferocidad a la mesa. Esa capacidad de encontrar la mandíbula de su oponente había sido una constante a lo largo de su carrera hasta ese momento. Y con algunas de las manos más rápidas en la división de peso pesado, el envejecido Arreola debía saber que estaría en desventaja en ese aspecto. La victoria que realmente lo dio a conocer, sin embargo, fue la sorprendente victoria que logró sobre Anthony Joshua. No fue un solo golpe de suerte. Tuvo éxito temprano y luego lo consolidó con una victoria por TKO que literalmente cambió su vida. A pesar de perder el cinturón en las tarjetas contra Este en la revancha, Ruiz había demostrado su estatus de élite. Arreola no sería una pelea fácil ahora, y su devastadora capacidad para desgastar a sus oponentes claramente estaría en juego. Y si Ruiz no tenía cuidado, podría encontrarse en verdadero peligro. Había mucho poder de fuego en ambos lados al llegar a este choque de peso pesado y bastante en juego para el vencedor. ¿Sufriría Ruiz este mismo destino? ¿Y lograría Arreola conseguir una de las mayores victorias de su larga carrera? Andy Ruiz versus Chris Arreola. Había tensión competitiva en el aire cuando estos dos gigantes de la división de peso pesado se encontraron. Sobre el papel, esta era una prueba seria para Ruiz, una pelea que podría obligarlo a involucrarse en un combate más sucio de lo habitual. Arreola era un veterano duro que sabía cómo hacer que las cosas se volvieran feas. Y si Ruiz no tenía cuidado, había una buena posibilidad de que terminara perdiendo todo el impulso de su carrera ante este retador. Ambos hombres estaban bendecidos con gran poder, y ambos sabían cómo encontrar la mandíbula de su oponente. Con 12 asaltos programados, los fanáticos sabían que obtendrían su dinero bien invertido con esta pelea, pero pocos sabían lo interesante que se pondría antes de que todo terminara. El tiempo de preparación terminó. Ahora venía la parte interesante. Round 1, uno de los puntos principales en los que la mayoría de las personas podían estar de acuerdo antes de esta pelea, era que la velocidad de Ruiz jugaría un papel crucial.
That's what he's supposed to do. You know, Sean, it's funny because, Chris Arreola likes to march straight to his man, but Ruiz fights very well and in protecting what's 3 inches in front of him.
Yeah, we talked a lot about Joe having an effect. What effect Joe would have on Chris. You see right now he's being smart by using the whole entire ring, stepping around and working the jab. He'll work his way up to using all those punches we saw in that record-setting fight that he had, just not yet.
Right hand missed from Arreola as he tried it, went over the top on Ruiz. Ruiz, on his part, had said that, look, I know I'm not just going to march in. Good right hand by Arreola, lands to the belly. Ruiz able to throw a combination. He said he's not going to just walk in. I'm going to be moving my head. I'm going to be fast with my hands. He goes, I'm going to be defensively responsible as I come inside.
I think Andy's much more agile than a lot of people give him credit for. You see right there, he's able to move his head and also take one step back and make Chris miss.
Well, that's what's so surprising, Sean, right? And with Anthony Joshua is that Joshua stepped to him and suddenly boom, boom, boom. Yeah. Like a quick combination from Ruiz.
Ruiz has a lot of natural ability, and we'll see it tonight.
Missing no shots, Arreola able to get out of trouble early on. Months. That's a good point. December 7th, 2019, the last time in the ring, and again, he was terribly out of shape. And even in that fight, Lennox, he was dangerous. Anthony Joshua never stayed in the pocket.
No.
He boxed, he jabbed, he got out of there.
I mean, he boxed all the way till the 12th round. Most trainers would say, well, step it up. This guy hasn't touched you. Try and knock him out. But Anthony Joshua was just trying to get that win.
Wow, hard, fast right hand from Ruiz. You see how quick he is. Able to move his head out of danger from Arreola. Good head work there and head movement from Andy Ruiz as he probes again with the jab to the body. It's funny how our view has changed of Ruiz, hasn't it? Look at this combination. After that performance against Joshua at Madison Square Garden, now we expect big things out of Ruiz.
Yeah, and we saw Anthony Joshua use the ring, box, and keep Andy on the outside. So you gotta imagine that that's a page that Joe has taken from the book of Anthony Joshua in his camp. You see it in the first round.
Round 2. Si esta pelea tuviera un guión, Arreola se encargó de romperlo por completo en el segundo asalto con un momento verdaderamente enorme que dejó a la multitud atónita.
By training with Canelo Alvarez and his team.
My fault.
We're going to hear Joe Goosen in the corner for Chris Arreola. Joe normally with us ringside, but he has worked a full camp with Arreola and again got Arreola in. Wow, a stunning development. I tell you what, he got knocked down once before by Anthony Joshua, came roaring back. He'll have to answer soon. He got caught with a short shot. Hey, you see the mark on his face.
And we can say we've been here before, but he hasn't been here before with Chris Arreola, a different animal in the ring right now.
Well, Chris should have jumped on him right there, because once you get a guy hurt like that, you got to jump on him, but it may be a bit too easy. But I always call those shots the wake-up shots when you get hit, because he hasn't been in the ring for almost a year, so this is his first wake-up shot.
This could be a real opportunity for Chris Arreola, though. Again, Ruiz is shown to be very resilient, but if you have Ruiz hurt, possibly slightly dazed, a little confused, right? Hey, yeah. I'm starting to take over and I got dropped.
But I think he's smart because Ruiz is dangerous when he gets hurt.
Yep.
Especially with those flash knockdowns. That's what happened, like you said, with Anthony Joshua.
Yeah, and he's fast, so he's going to deliver some fast, quick blows and possibly catch Chris. So I think Chris is doing the right thing by still continuing to pace himself and allow Andy to walk into the punches like he did that right hand.
Yeah, I agree with you, Sean.
Arreola dropping Andy Ruiz here in round number 2 at Madison Square Garden after he got dropped by Joshua. He had Joshua on the deck within 30 seconds. Has not happened here, and that's a 10-8 round for Chris Arreola.
Well, the fact that Chris Arreola knows he can hurt him now, I would step to him a little bit. I wouldn't be. Oh!
And trade again. Oh! Ruiz got caught with a hard shot. Now Arreola is pounding right hands on him. Able to move Ruiz back again. Andy Ruiz is going to have to be a little more fluid. Arreola looks very strong in this round. Ruiz able to back out and get away, but Arreola, he made a point there at the end.
Round 3. Íbamos a aprender mucho sobre el espíritu de lucha de Ruiz en este asalto, porque por lo que parecía, sus piernas no estaban completamente firmes bajo él.
Ruiz is hurt again.
And
they're letting it fly now. All action. Arreola able to hurt Ruiz with a hook and a right hand.
He just found some timing, and he's got the right distance behind that right hand. This is amazing.
I tell you, Andy Ruiz is going to have to come up with a different recipe.
Absolutely.
He's just getting beat at the right distance right now from Arreola.
And he's doing the same thing over and over. He needs to switch up the attack.
Yeah, walking in behind the fast hands, but that's not going to do it. Right now, Chris has got the right range and distance, and he's being patient. He's looking for it, and when he sees it, he's releasing an unbelievable right hand right now.
And Ruiz is coming in too straight. He needs to be moving his upper body a little bit more.
Agreed.
Ruiz trying there with the jab to the body, able to land, but he's a little more tentative now because when they have both let it fly, Chris Arreola has gotten the better of it. Good hook by Ruiz. But this is a different Andy Ruiz. Look, he is stalking right now, and he was able to stalk against Joshua in that loss because Joshua was dancing. But in the first fight, remember, he was counterpunching against Anthony Joshua.
Yeah, because Anthony Joshua was doing most offense. He was throwing the punches.
That's a good hook there from Ruiz. Able to hit Arreola.
Talked a lot about Chris Arreola being offensive and not enough defense. But right now, it's Andy who needs to be offensive and then defensively aware of what's going on.
Wild fight so far, much more than we expected. Chris Arreola is a huge underdog, and he's had Andy Ruiz on the deck and hurt in this fight already.
I got to disagree with you, BK. This is exactly what we expected. I think we all just thought it was going to be on the other side.
Yeah, well, that's not what we expected. Besides that, yeah. Now he drives Arreola back. At any moment, Ruiz can pop you and hurt you. His hands are that fast. Sean, you didn't think you'd see Ruiz on the deck, did you?
Listen, I didn't know what I was going to see, man. That's why I didn't make a prediction. but I did know that we were going to get exactly what we're getting.
So yeah, Arreola coming in at 228 really showed a lot of preparation and fortitude. There's no question. Giving himself the best possible chance to win this fight. Uppercut there by Ruiz, and able to land with the right hand. Arreola landed with his own right hand. Wow. Wild end to round 3. Arreola says he was not hurt. We're going to listen into the call.
Round 4, sin embargo, en el cuarto asalto empezamos a ver a Ruiz recuperar su impulso, abriéndose camino de regreso al combate con verdadera calidad.
Round 4 in a wild heavyweight brawl. Chris Arreola in the blue trunks, Andy Ruiz in the green and purple.
What we got was back to the game plan from the corner of Chris Arreola. Back on the jab, using the jab and circling until you find that moment again.
Sean, what do you think Ruiz should do here? As far as since a lot of what he's doing is not working.
It's got to have the bob and weave, like Lennox said. Find some rhythm in a bob and weave and punch, and then use defense after the offense.
Lennox, what do you think?
Yeah, I think Andy Ruiz definitely should use that bob and weave, slip some punches, but, you know, really block that jab. That's what he needs to block that jab and watch out for that right hand coming across and keep that left hand a little bit higher.
And Lennox, you know what we call it in boxing? We call it admiring your work.
Yeah.
He'll land a jab to the body, he'll land a jab to the head, but he stands there and he gets caught.
And you see in the last fight, Chris Arreola throwing 94 punches per round against Adam Kovnatsky. Again, a very different style matchup. Tonight it's way down at 40, but you see power shots are landing from Arreola. That right hand was able to chop right down on Andy Ruiz.
He didn't get the decision throwing 94 punches, but he might possibly get a decision throwing 40 punches that matter.
Let me tell you, Chris Arreola right now is sticking to the game plan. The game plan is to stay on the outside and throw that jab and catch Ruiz coming in.
And I think I see an adjustment from Andy's corner going to the body much more than he was in the 3 previous rounds.
Halfway through here in round number 4. Let's go to Larry Hazard. Larry, how do you have it scored?
Right now, I got it even, guys. 28-28. You know, these guys are going back and forth. I think Joe Goosen is telling Arreola to just take his time, keep his hands up, and bide his time to try to land that shot. But Andy, I agree with Sean, and he has to come in, he could be a little bit more aggressive and let his hands go a little bit more, and I think that you know, he'll be able to pull this out a little bit. Right now, I got him even, guys.
Larry, thank you so much. You saw that left hook landing on the top of the head on Arreola. That's a nice sharp right hand as well. That was the hook that landed on the top of Anthony Joshua's head, and Joshua was never quite the same that night in New York City. Final 15 seconds of round number 4. Ruiz has been wobbled multiple times in this fight. He's been down once. Tries the exchange, gets out of the way of the hook, comes back and firing with a right hand and a hook. Arreola standing his ground as we end round 4.
Round 5. Arreola seguía conectando, pero Ruiz estaba respondiendo a los críticos de manera bastante contundente con cada intercambio.
Ruiz has been hurt worse, so a bit of a surprise with a big favorite in his comeback fight where Ruiz came in much lighter, 27 pounds lighter than he was in his last fight, seemingly in great condition, in a great state of mind. Chris Arreola did the exact same thing, usurped as the best and most accomplished Mexican heavyweight, now comes back and tries for another shot at glory, and he's made a great account of himself, at least so far.
Absolutely. I think even at this point doing much more than a lot of people expected. We saw the poll before this fight was Andy Ruiz by knockout. I think 70%.
Yeah.
70% of the people out there did not expect this to happen.
And I told you it was going to be a lot closer. Chris Arreola had that game face on, and he looked calm, he looked collected, he looked like he was thinking, so he knew what he had to go in there and do.
No, you're right, Lennox. He had real clarity before this fight. And he said, look, if everyone's hung up on my age, I don't feel 40. I know I am 40, but I don't feel that way. And look, the weight means something. When you come in that much lighter, it's indicative of your preparation.
Absolutely. Oh, I think Andy got hurt there again.
Big exchange once again. Arreola moving his head just enough. Give Ruiz something to think about. Defensively responsible with his hands up. And discipline. Sean Porter fighting a discipline fight.
Yeah, I love this right now from Chris Arreola. He's pacing himself. He's using the entire ring. You see a game plan in terms of the way he's jabbing and moving around. And then you also see the game plan of him trying to punch with Andy and being able to catch Andy when he's coming in.
Good body work there by Ruiz, able to land 2 shots. Scoring shots again. Larry Hazard has it even, so even with a knockdown and a 10-8 round, Larry at the very least, again, he's not scoring the fight officially, but he's got it even. You would think the judges could have the same.
I don't think the judges have the same. We never know what the judges are going to do sometimes, but I think this.
Oh!
Big hook there.
Good defense.
Toughing shot. Yeah, I think he caught most of that, Lennox.
Yeah.
Arreola tried to block that, and maybe block it with his glove. But that is a dangerous shot. Good jab to the body from Andy Ruiz.
Chris Arreola keeping his hands up nice and high, and he's thinking about defense. I haven't seen him get any good shots yet, or receive any good shots yet.
Final 20 seconds. Crowd here in Carson, California, chanting for Andy Ruiz. I tell you, Andy Ruiz fights are always an adventure. You are entertained. And Chris Arreola is not dead yet. 3-punch combination by Ruiz. Caught him with that hook.
Round 6 para el sexto asalto. Se podía ver que el trabajo de combinaciones de Ruiz realmente comenzaba a dar frutos. Ahora estaba superando claramente a Arreola en golpes conectados.
Heavyweight, but he's never been hurt the way he's been hurt here tonight by Arreola, even though Joshua's a champ and Parker's a top 10 heavyweight, and Arreola's hurt him worse.
Yeah, I mean, he's hurt him a couple times.
Wow, fast hands by Ruiz. Able to answer and pop back the head of Arreola. You know, if you watch, Joseph Parker won that fight by staying tall and staying away. And so did Anthony Joshua in the rematch. He boxed like Ali. Wanted to stay away the whole night. And but here's Arreola staying in the pocket at distance, but close enough to do damage.
Here's a good thought. Andy Ruiz, you get off and then you play defense and let Chris come at you, and then you're able to use those fast hands. We may see a little turn right here in terms of the complexion of the fight.
Sean, as you're saying that, it looks like he's letting Arreola lead a little bit.
Exactly.
Right,
there you go.
Counter. He's much better countering.
Exactly.
Catching him with a hook on the way in. Ruiz, he's very fast with those hands, but he doesn't seem to be at his best when he's trying to press the action.
But Ruiz is only coming in and he's only throwing one combination and then he's stopping. He's got to throw one combination, then another combination, another combination.
That's a good 3-punch combination right there, Lennox, and then comes back, but not immediately. Tries with the body shot, but now slowly but surely, Andy Ruiz is starting to mount a points lead.
We call it getting in and getting out, and that's what Andy has to do. He's got to get in and get out, just like he's doing right now. Much better round and much better rhythm from him in this round, but I think it's a matter of him being second, not being first, and not walking at Chris the way he's been the first half of this fight.
Another hard combination punctuated with the hook. But Sean Porter, I think you hit it dead on, where it's a subtle change, but allowing Arreola to press, throw first, and answer.
Come on, man, we see it right now, and he's stepping around.
Good body shot there. Areola pressing forward, still dangerous.
Well, Ariola's got a lot more confidence coming into this fight. I mean, into this round as well. So he's taken a couple feet forward. He's moving forward to get those shots in.
He should be confident.
Yeah.
When they've exchanged, Areola's gotten the better of it. It's just that he could be losing on points now as Ruiz is outlanding him and starting to dictate this pace and punish him back. Good hard jab there as we now start to see a little bit of blood on the bridge of the nose of Chris Areola.
I think I see a little bit of a Canelo overhand right coming from Andy too. You see him dip down just a little bit and then he delivers the overhand right. That right there, right there.
That's what he has to do, mix up the punches. He throws that overhand right and he comes back with that uppercut.
Round 7. El jab de Ruiz comenzaba a convertirse en un arma clave en esta contienda, y cada vez era más evidente que Areola estaba quedándose atrás.
Like the jab coming from Andy right now too. He's walking forward, but what's he doing now, Lennox? He's walking forward using the jab. He wasn't doing that in the first few rounds.
No, it wasn't. And, you know, he'll have a lot more success if he doubles that up. Doubles that up and comes with that combination after a double jab.
And the punch differential has been within 4 punches in each of the last 4 rounds. So it is relatively close. And even though I thought that was a very good round for Andy Ruiz, you know, again, judges are scoring these fights. And the punches landed at the very least are close. Ruiz with the advantage on the whole, as you see in the bottom left part of the screen. There's the punches landed with Ruiz getting the better of it. Again, 8-6, 9-6, 10-6, that's not much of a margin. Areola 16-15, not a margin either. Razor close. But again, they're not just tapping each other, they're throwing bombs.
Yes.
So it's a matter of what hits you and where, and how hard does it hurt you.
Even that jab right there. His back is to me, and it looked like that jab almost took his head off.
That's a stiff jab too from Ruiz, straight up the middle on Areola's oft broken nose. Combination, went to the body with the right hand and finished with the hook. Areola able to reach him with that right hand. Ruiz in a bit of danger. You see Larry Hazard has the last 4 rounds all for Andy Ruiz. So that 10-8 round was the only round that he gave to Chris Areola.
I respect my elders, but
what, you think another round maybe swings to Areola?
Yeah, I have Areola winning this fight.
Really?
I think so.
All right, stop.
Lennox, what do you think?
I think it's a close fight, and Areola is definitely doing well. I mean, I don't agree with the scoring that we just seen. I thought he won a lot more rounds than that.
Well, I would say, like, Areola's done more damage. Another good 3-punch combination from Andy Ruiz. But, again, a judge is scoring it round by round, handing it in, and that's it. And right now, Ruiz, he eats that one, but he is able to land, and land with regularity. Areola fires back a hook, trying to answer and drive Ruiz back. That's a scoring shot from Ruiz. Good jab to the body. Final 10 seconds.
Round 8. Para el octavo asalto, el éxito temprano que tuvo, Areola empezaba a sentirse como un recuerdo lejano, y Ruiz se iba alejando asalto tras asalto.
Joe Goosen is getting back into the corner, and we'll get a report from Heidi Androl here in just a moment as we open up round 8. 4 more rounds by then. It said 3 rounds. I'm thinking that's 4, right? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 5. I'm sorry. Yeah, 5. Not 3. Definitely not 3. Good hook there by Ruiz. Areola is very sturdy. He's eating these shots.
Yeah, but he needs to hit. He needs to throw some. He needs to throw some body punches as well, not just be a headhunter right now.
Let's go to Heidi Androl. Heidi.
Joe, what did you say to Chris going into this round?
Well, I told him, I said, look, Andy gave up some ground on us last round, and when he gives you that ground, we got to take it and see what happens. We got to give him a little inside work as well. We've been boxing nice, but you know, Andy got hip to our right hands, and you know, he kind of has gone on the defense a little bit, boxing himself. So I'm telling Chris, use the rhythm, get some head movement up and down with your style, and try to get on the inside and get something done in close.
What was your strategy? Is it different?
No, it's kind of what I knew. We'd box at the beginning and close the gap at the second half of the fight. We're in the 8th round right now, right? 8? Yeah, I think so.
Very good. Thank you, Joe. Brian, back to you.
Heidi, thank you. Tell you what, in that last round, the 7th round, Ruiz out landing Arreola by 13 punches. Again, that's by CompuBox, so it gives you a good indication of who's landing, and Ruiz is starting to get the better of it. And now, what happened with Arreola with his arm? Kind of moves that shoulder around as if it was hurt.
He dropped immediately, so there is something wrong.
Let me tell you, Ruiz is doing the right thing. He's punching what he can see, and if he can see Arreola's body, he's punching it with a jab or a right hand. This is good. This is what you're supposed to do because it brings down Arreola's hands.
There you go. Yeah, work up and down.
Arreola is throwing that jab. Lennox, I wanted to see, was he throwing the jab? Did he hurt that left shoulder? I don't know what exactly happened. That was an odd move.
It was odd because he came right back with like a triple jab after that.
It's kind of pawing. I wonder if it's hurt. It doesn't look very sharp right now, Sean.
Yeah.
And I gotta know, when a guy puts it out there, usually that means you see like a ball player.
Well,
like, here's that arm.
It dropped immediately.
Yeah.
And that's the telltale.
Well, you can tell if he's which hand he's going to be using the most.
But he's still using the left hand. You know, he dropped the hand, which insinuated that something was wrong with the shoulder. But now he's using it.
They just tried to hook there too, Sean. But I don't. It's not.
Maybe
like,
it was a stinger or something.
Maybe,
you know?
but it's not really a piston-like jab right now. We're not sure. We'll find out more when we go to the corner. I'm sure Joe is going to ask about it. Final 10 seconds here.
But what I see is that Andy Ruiz is now starting to control the range and distance, and he's able to get off.
And this is where the conditioning really starts to pay off.
Round 9. Arreola estaba haciendo de esto una verdadera pelea, sin duda, pero las tarjetas estaban siendo controladas por Andy Ruiz. Eso era evidente.
Open up round 9, popping out a double jab. If it happens, you know, it happens, and certainly it just happened in the flow of the punches there. Let's go back to Larry Hazard and get his scorecard. Larry, how do you have it?
Hey guys, after round 8, I got Ruiz ahead, 77-74. Arreola is giving a good account of himself, but Ruiz is winning the fight. I think that Ruiz is taking control of the fight, and I think that he's winning.
All right, game round 7. Ruiz outlanded Arreola by 13 shots in round 7. I'm surprised there.
Yeah, I can't tell if Chris is slowing down, if Andy's picking it up, and his execution of his game plan is working now.
And I think Andy Ruiz also realized, Sean, you can't just step to Arreola, throw shots and overwhelm him.
Yeah.
You know, he's just much too strong. He got the better of those exchanges in round 2 and 3. And now that Ruiz is a little more patient, it's coming to him much easier.
I think even now, I think that Chris might be a little too patient. Whereas before, early in the fight, I thought he had the right pace. And I think now he's got to pick it up.
In round 9, you wonder if Chris Arreola, he is 40 years old, can keep his engine running.
Listen, this is championship rounds. He's got to suck it up.
Well, you can want to all you want, Lennox, right? But again, he is 40. Another exchange there by Ruiz. Ruiz again coming in outstanding condition. 256 pounds. Even lighter than he was, 12 pounds lighter than he was when he won the title from Anthony Joshua in Madison Square Garden. And that's going to serve him well here in these last couple of rounds.
I got a feeling Andy's trying to put Chris to sleep with the jab to the body, and then he's going to bring an overhand right over the top.
Stop, my break. Step out of it.
Well, Arreola has been beaten down in his career, but it's rare to see him just starched. Even Deontay Wilder wasn't able to do that to him. He got stopped, but he wasn't dropped. So he is a rugged man. There's no question.
Yeah, I think if anything, Andy, he expected to win this fight, but he knew it'd be a tough fight and a long night.
He got the early wake-up call, that's for sure.
I agree.
Chris Arreola pushed into the ropes, and Andy just hugged him up and turned him around. And this is what Chris Arreola has to do. He has to put the pressure on a little bit. Yeah.
Hard body shot there by Arreola. And the exchange there, combination from Ruiz. Ruiz is very good with the jab right hand hook. His money shot and a good hard right hand to the body.
Very good body.
Round 10. Ese hombro realmente estaba molestando a Arreola ahora. Y Ruiz continuaba creciendo en confianza, sabiendo que el impulso estaba verdaderamente de su lado.
Ruiz, no question, Sean. He had to wonder, hey, what's going on here? Who's this guy in front of me?
Yeah.
This is Chris Arreola beating me up.
Stop, my break.
Yeah, but Arreola shook that shoulder again, so he must have heard it again.
Yeah, not quite the same. The jab doesn't look quite as sharp. You see it's kind of pawing out there. It's not badly injured, but it's not quite the same, Lennox.
And what Ruiz is doing, he's basically punching to the body, and then he's trying to punch one over the top or straight in the middle.
And his hook comes right off that right hand, Lennox.
Watch the heads.
You know,
Yes.
it is effortless. Come bang right over the top as the right hand is still being thrown.
If I'm Joe, I tell Chris, stay with me. Stay in this fight. Stay focused. Don't revert back to your old self, just eating punches and trying to deliver your own. Stay responsibly defensively and keep trying to work that jab and those 1-2s and land another hard shot again.
That was another good right hand by
Stop,
Ruiz to the
break,
body.
stop,
Now, Sean, I
step
agree
away.
with you. Right. If he just marches toward Ruiz, he gets chopped up.
Now's the time. Championship rounds. Refocus. This is a new fight.
Round number 10, a strafing right hand to the body by Ruiz. Wow, he is landing that with regularity.
Hey, Lennox, that's what people don't know about the championship rounds. You tell me if I'm right or I'm wrong, but it's almost like the fight restarts.
Oh yeah, no, you know it's down to the crunch, it's down to the last rounds, and you need every round. And it comes down to the corner as well, telling you this.
Yeah.
Ruiz stopped
Motivating
him
you.
there with a right
Stop,
hand.
stop.
Take a
Hold on
look at the
second, go ahead.
punches landed. You
Where'd
see
you
a
get it, in the
wide
head?
discrepancy there starting in round 7,
got
round
accidental
8, round
headbutt in the
9.
mouth. He's okay.
This one's much
Fine.
closer, but there's 3 rounds in a row where Ruiz was able to outland Arreola by a fairly significant margin. You see how fast those hands are.
And powerful.
Yeah. Another hard jab to the body. Arreola has kept up his pace, though, and has kept his engine running.
Yeah. He's coming forward now. He has to come forward. But he's got to come forward jabbing like Joe said, double jabbing.
Well, I wonder what they do then, Lennox and Sean, like what Joe could tell him, knowing that, hey, we're probably losing rounds. Like, hey, we're in the fight, you heard him, we're in it, but we're going to have to do a little bit more.
There's got to be something you can do to get through to your fighter, and then that's when the relationship and the connection comes into play. When you've only been with somebody for a year or two, it may be hard to do.
Tell you, Ruiz, Sean, you pointed this out several rounds ago, very comfortable waiting for Arreola to come to him. He just looks much more fluid and comfortable fighting that way.
Round 1, Chris Arreola no es un rival fácil y se aseguró de seguir llevando la pelea a Ruiz en el 11º asalto.
Can you imagine how many times he's thrown that to perfect it?
Listen, Lennox, I looked over at you, I said, yo, the 1-2-3 is his favorite combination. And you looked at me and gave me that look like, yeah, that combination might have given me some problems.
Yeah.
Uppercut there from Ruiz. That's different after the right hand. You see a little swelling on the left eye of Andy Ruiz. He has taken some good shots in this fight. Chris Arreola putting Ruiz down in round 2 and also hurt him toward the end of round 2.
Oh!
Big hook, and he shakes the arm again. Arreola's hurt, says, I'm all right, I can continue. But that shoulder's bothering him.
Yeah, but it was a terrific combination by Andy Ruiz. It was 1-2-3.
Yeah, 1-2-3.
Ruiz, so fluid. The fast hands that woke everybody up at Madison Square Garden, that put Anthony Joshua down for good in round 7.
Listen, I would say around round 8 is when Ruiz settled in, found a rhythm, and he's working it.
Oh.
Cuffing
Look.
right hand. Now they see
know,
a
man.
spot. Jack Reese says, let's go. We're all right. We'll clean up the floor later.
Chris said, yo, get it together. We trying to work it here.
Fix that floor.
Chris looked at Jack like he could do something right now.
Arreola continues to try. Moving forward, missed with that right hand. Ruiz pretty good getting his head out of the way.
Listen, we talk about championship rounds. I think the number one thing, Lennox, you and I know about the championship rounds is it requires heart. And the one thing we know about Chris is he has a lot of it.
Oh, he's got a terrific heart.
We should definitely look to see him turn it up in these last 2 rounds.
Final minute of round number 11 as his pace has slowed a bit. Still very game moving forward. Tries with that chopping right hand again, the one that knocked Ruiz down earlier in the fight. I tell you, even when Ruiz got knocked down, you could tell he just touched his knee. He didn't want to go down. It's just so tough. Just got under that right hand.
Step back.
Arreola looking for that right hand. I mean, he's throwing it, but he's got to throw something before that.
Yeah.
And I don't think he can throw something before that because he hurt his left hand. So he's just pushing out there.
I agree, Lennox. He pushed out a right hand by Ruiz. Arreola just does not have the snap on that jab anymore. Ever since he got hit in the back by Andy Ruiz. Oh. Another exchange. Ruiz couldn't unload that right hand to finish it.
Round 12. En el asalto final, Arreola estaba desesperado, pero Ruiz no le dio la oportunidad de capitalizar su momento temprano de éxito.
Arreola could be in this fight. We don't think so. We think it's wide in favor of Andy Ruiz, but again, he has a knockdown, and he's hurt Ruiz several times.
Aggressive and smart. We heard that from Chris Arreola's corner, but we're seeing it from Andy Ruiz.
Ruiz is so fluid with those combinations and throws hard shots now. He knows it's round 12. Mutual respect from each fighter. Good jab by Ruiz up top. Arreola paws out with that jab. He is unable to get that snapping.
Let's see if Arreola can get that short right hand in there.
Another three-punch combination from Andy Ruiz.
Stop, nobody punch.
And you heard Chris Arreola say his shoulder is messed up.
See, the thing is about Andy Ruiz, he's just throwing that three-punch combination. That's a natural punch for him. He doesn't even have to throw it with power. He can just use his body to
It
throw
has such natural snap and weight.
Yeah.
Right. Absolutely, Lennox.
And also the right hand, left hook.
There's a right hand cuffing shot right to the ear of Arreola. Lands a hook. Andy Ruiz had to walk through some fire in his return bout from his series with Anthony Joshua. No question, but it looks like he is answering the call.
Agreed.
And Chris Arreola made it a lot more interesting than most thought.
Yeah. This has been a great fight, a great night of boxing. Both of these guys, where we at? Almost a minute left. They're both about to turn it up.
It's been non-stop action.
Yeah.
No question. And it's had, twists and turns. There's been change, switch strategy. Andy Ruiz learned that I just cannot walk through this man. And he had to change tactics, had to change his rhythm. And it worked for him starting about round 7. Final minute now, the final round.
Look at this. Nobody told Chris what time it is. Boxers have an internal clock. Yeah. Here it comes.
Here we go.
Oh.
Big hook from Ruiz in the right hand. Let's see if they have any starch left in it here in the final 30 seconds.
Oh, let me tell you, the noise coming from Andy Ruiz's punches when he throws them, there's power behind that.
Thumping shots.
Yes.
That's a body shot, right hand, that landed on Arreola. He has eaten a lot of those shots. Another body shot from Andy Ruiz.
This is why we came here tonight. This is why we're on pay-per-view.
Final 10 seconds.
Fue una buena pelea y más dura de lo que muchos fanáticos de Ruiz podrían haber esperado. Pero al final, el peleador más preciso y más compuesto fue quien vio su mano levantada. Solo demuestra que una caída temprana a menudo puede ser poco más que una nota al pie en una actuación por lo demás dominante. Y Ruiz demostró su espíritu de lucha más allá de toda duda aquí. Claro, no pudo conseguir el knockout, pero fue una victoria sólida de todos modos. Pero, ¿qué opinas del primer campeón mundial peso pesado de México, Andy Ruiz Jr.? Déjanos saber tus pensamientos y opiniones en la sección de comentarios abajo.